Okay, here you have the tutorial to see how can you download the earthquake database into Google Earth. And you can do it in KML too, which means in Google Maps. Let's go to my site first, Mr. FD, page resources. You can type this in internet and you'll have it. Then there is Japan PS, primary source. And at the bottom of that page, you have some files, and you have one that says KMC, which is this one, Japan for Google Earth. If you download that one, click here, it will download it in Google Earth. So if you click on the KML, it will download it in Google Maps for Chromebooks. Let's do Google Earth. Once it opens, you have a folder called Japan. And this folder called Japan has inside some polygons, like the Japanese area, the area of Japan, and the conflict area. And also you have this main database about earthquakes. You have other points here about the quiz that we'll take in class. You can use them too. The 15 interesting points about Japan. Here they are. We'll use these during class. But then here is the database with the major earthquakes, which is very important. You can play with whatever you want. You can do other videos with them. Let's try to see how it works, one of them. I'm going to focus only on Japan. And then after that, I'm going to open the folder, and I'm going to click on the folder. This bar on the top opens. So what I have to do is basically drag these two items, then separate them, and then return this click back to here. Okay, when I click this little top clock, all the earthquakes will start appearing there. There it goes. Those, if I stop, that's all the earthquakes that happened in that area in 1914. Of course, if you zoom out, you can see that this database is also giving you information for other parts of the planet Earth, which is very interesting. You can compare with California, with Peru, wherever the Pacific Trench it is. But I'm going to focus in Japan. You can focus in one of the cities of Japan, etc. And if you click in one of them, it will give you information about, specifically about that earthquake. There it goes, which is fantastic. But I'm going to click continue the animation. So click here, more earthquakes. We are in 1927. Look at the quantity of earthquakes right now. This is still in magnitude 6.5 through 6.9. As soon as I hover, the line appears. So I'm clicking, and there it goes. I have all the earthquakes: 1968, 1979, 1988, 1995. And then I should stop there, because if I let it, then the other bar will toggle back. Can you see? And I started erasing all the other ones. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to keep it there. When this bar arrives here, I stop it. I can film and produce a video, and I look at the quantity on the web of earthquakes that I have and all the information. And you can do that per every slide. I can disappear the data there. I can do the same for magnitude 7, or I can pile the data that I have before with the one. Like these ones are all the earthquakes that I have there. There it goes. I have them all there. I can play with the bar there. And I can leave it there and then say this one. And this is all the other data. I can disappear that data. That's the earthquake of 707. Or I can animate it here. There it goes. This is the magnitude 7.0 through 7.9. There it goes. So you can see that you can eliminate layers. Let's see only the 7.07 there. And just separate this, and I see all the data there. Fantastic. Then I'm going to add the other layers. There it goes. It's just, and then it doesn't give you only the data for Japan. It gives you, as I said, data from other parts of the world, as you can see right now there. You can zoom in different parts and then continue. You can activate the other or the other. I'm going to deactivate all the earthquakes there. But sometimes you can focus also in Japan. in one area. Let's say that I want to see here just borders in places, and then I activate the earthquakes here. So I do the same part, and I can see which cities has been affected by earthquakes and what time. You can go zoom into one earthquake there if you want. Let's say which ones have been in the Tokyo area happening. So I'm just going to spread this, separate the tag, bring it back, and then I focus on Tokyo, double click, and then I activate the clock. And then some of the earthquakes with that magnitude will start appearing on the screen. It's fabulous, the quantity of data and the way that you can create different videos on tutorials. Just want to see how you manipulate these. So remember, you can tap and pause, you can appear and disappear these earthquakes. Okay, so I'm just gonna click here, disappear these. I'm gonna do let's review right now, let's say versus California, you know, and then one of the things, and then I'll go to California if I want to compare. And then you have here California, and then here I'm going to concentrate in this area. And I don't know if they have all of that, but I'm going to try 7.0 magnitude. I'm going to separate this. Here they go. Those are the one, and then I can just delete them or appear them. Comparing with Japan, it's just only one exercise. You can see the major activity in this area of the trench versus the other area. Look at this section here. Versus the only area that happened as much is with that magnitude is Central America, and then you can compare versus Japan again. You can make the questions that you want. You can do anything you need. You need to customize this data. I'm just doing a tutorial to show you how it works. One of the layers that I like in Google Earth, it's in Gallery over here. So I'm going to disappear the borders and labels. I'm going to appear only the gallery, which is here. And if you go to NASA and activate Earth City Lights, you have Japan in the night, which is this one. And then you can play with the earthquakes again. I'm going to try these earthquakes again. And then separate the tags. There are two here, remember, and here they are. So then you can see in the light which earthquakes are being produced and affecting which areas in Japan. I mean, these are large, major earthquakes. And again, every time that you tap on one, it will give you tons of data, epicenter, etc. So it's up to you to create different exercises and videos. Remember, you can always create videos using QuickTime. The only thing that you need to do is the latest version of QuickTime and do record full screen. And you can produce videos to your students, so the students can compare. You can pre-produce videos and edit it to show certain data to students, or you can just do full screen and analyze the whole data at once. It's up to you. It's just there are hundreds of ways that you can create tutorial videos, videos to be analyzed that use patterns. But the most important thing is that you have them here in Google Earth, and then you have these layers, these 4 folders to activate. Remember, if you don't want that, but you want to see them in Chromebook, then you need to download this file. You need to save that file in some place. Say save file. This is the KML. I put it Japan for Chrome. I'm going to put it in the textbook in my desktop. Save. I have it there. So then you have to go to your Google Maps. You have to have a Google Maps account. So Google Engine Light. That's what you type. I always type that, and I saw my maps. I'm logged in already, so I have my maps here. I'm just gonna delete this one because I did it before. There it goes. So then I said, these are the maps that I did in Google Maps. This works in a Chromebook. So I said create new map. And then here I said import, and then select file from computer. And I have them here, Japan for Chrome. I said open. It says that it's going to download the first 2,000 points, but that's enough. That's a lot of data. You can play with that. You'll see how it works. And this works perfect in Chromebook. Say OK. It's taking some time. There it goes. And there it goes. I have it. It's a little bit more limited, but still you can see the same data. And then you can see the same files here. If 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can click on that one. It's a little bit more limited. The things that you can do with them, but still you can get all the information. You can add photos, add image, videos, edit it, change the color of the earthquakes. You can create a new file, a new folder, because you can take these ones and export it and say create your own map, taking some of these points away, so you can still move them there, or you can change the color of some of them, but you have the same 4 files. You don't have the animation though in Google Chrome, but you can start piling them and piling them and piling them there. But the kids can work with this data in Google Maps as well, as you can see. One more time, both files are here at the bottom. This one is for Google Maps. You have to download it on your computer, and this one is for Google Earth. Okay, I hope that tutorial helps you, and if not, just write me some comments. So you have my email, and then you can send me some questions and I will try to help you. Thank you.